My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slice and Dice. This number remains lower than I want it to be. I'm leaping back into blast mode. Choose two blessings. Cruel Burst. Now, a point was well made about Amphids about this, in particular that it doubles its utility in terms of defensiveness against our own characters, as well as aggression against the enemies. It obviously has the ability to burst in order to deal a decent amount of damage. I think indeed, to an enemy below half HP, so that'll be 4 for 2 mana rather than 2 for 2 mana. But it can also do the same to shielding our own characters. There's also Cachet here. Start with 3 random tier 1 items and 2 random tier 2 items. That's actually quite that's something. Tier 1 and tier 2 items are often very important for setting up combos you want to do with some of those later items. There's also the turn 3 heal, not especially exciting, but quite powerful. Greased Dice. Turn 1, you get a extra reroll, and during boss fights, you also get an extra reroll. It's pretty good. Man. I think that and Cache give us the ability, that everyone can get mad at me now, by the way. I'm gonna do it both ways. I think if we take Cachet and Grease Die, then we can get a really, really good start on each of these loops. I like it. Let's see what we can get done here. So we have the Lost, Ruffian, Alloy, Mystic, and Mage on our team. One of our items, the first is Foil. Replace the right side with 0 damage and skill. Skill bonus equal to hero level. So this gives 1 damage to the Mystic in that position. Neat. Anchor, turn 1, self shield 2. We'll put that on the Ruffian so they can use the Pain side on the first turn. Big Shield. Replace the left side with Shield 4. It's not incredible in anyone right now. Golden Thread, +1 to all non-damage sides on yellow heroes only, and then the Citrine Ring for +1 to the rightmost side. We'll put that obviously on the Alloy, the only person capable of benefiting from it. The Golden Thread on the Ruffian is give them a larger shield side. That's pretty good too. Honestly, the Alloy is not going to need that repel side as much as they'll just need a larger shielding side here. I think this is great. Excellent. See what we can get done about that knoll. Ally rolls enough defense to get us some mana as well. Love to see it. Yeah, I think everyone can kind of push a couple times here. Never mind, that's just the ability to kill the top line, is it not? No, it is not. Cool, I did ask. Ooh. In fact, yeah, we're exactly incapable of really doing anything to the knoll on the top line. However, we can take out the goblin. Get ourselves an extra reroll for the next turn. This is all doing quite well. I'm fine to take that Cruel Strike, it's just I need 1 more damage against the enemy here. Generating... that's a decent amount of block and health. Okay, fine. We'll slow play this then. You know what? I'm gonna slow play this to the degree of just getting 1 more mana and then destroying the knoll with a flare. 5 damage for 4 mana. Easy. Soldier versus Glacier here. Soldier offering us a bunch of very, very basic signs, although they are a yellow character who will benefit from the Golden Thread. +1 to all non-damage sides. They have 2 non-damage sides in shields. We could also instead here take Glacier, who will give us some access to Weaken, single cast through the spell, as well as a single use Weaken side. Those can be really, really dramatically impactful in boss fights. Just weakening the right enemy attack can completely change the trajectory of that boss fight. But I really like the idea of the soldier actually being able to utilize the Golden Thread here. I'm almost tempted to give them Big Shield. Give them the ability to shield for 5 on a single target. Honestly, if I had another target that had any steal effect, I might do that. But I don't, so I don't think anyone really needs shield 5 right now. Let's give the turn 1 self shield for 2 to the Lost, who has the lowest health, just in case they get targeted, such as they currently are. Ooh, great defense from the alloy there. 4 block on a target. In fact, I was about to say everyone's high rolling there. I forgot the soldier has significantly better rolls than just 2 damage. Yeah, that's right. They've got 3 damage. Significantly better. Just gonna hold on to all of our resources here, get ourselves as close as possible to a flare next round. Take out the wolf quite early if we can. Yeah, none of that needs to be what we take in the end, and in fact, whoa, hang on. That was almost good enough. Never mind, we literally need 1 more damage than all of this. Thankfully, it's also not going to kill us. We can just wait until the next round and watch them die. Rusty Plate, replace the middle side with blank for +3 to max HP. Or Wine, start poisoned, but the monster with the most HP starts poisoned. We can just choose to take the wine when we think we can deal with the negative, or lose the wine when we think the negative is going to be too much of a problem. In this fight, I think it's fine. In boss fights, it'll typically be fine. In fights with, you know, like a bunch of enemies in like area of effect kind of enemies, like just a bunch of creeps, probably not really relevant, right? We'll treat it on a case-by-case basis. Hey, mage, thank you. Thought for a moment there I was gonna have to leave you undefended. Okay. I almost want the board just to take as much of the damage as possible to poison here. I'm gonna hold on to my resources. Noting that Flare is incredibly powerful and incredibly good, and I would like to use it consistently here, please, thank you. Okay, we may flare the crone to death. And in fact, that will leave us with enough damage triggers to kill everyone. Cool. Trapper versus Warden. I am a little wary here of changing the alloy also into a pretty basic class. Then we've just got the soldier and the warden that are both just competing to try and do, you know, some shield and damage. They don't really have much scaling potential outside of what items then give them, because they don't really have keywords on any of their sides. I don't want too many classes like that. Trapper here, offering us the ability to kill an enemy with 4 or less HP ranged. Very, very appealing. Let's take it. Yeah. Also, I really do like that I have Aloe right now to hold the Citrine Ring. Giving the Citrine Ring to a different character right now would probably feel not good. Anchor. Let's give that to the mage. Try and keep them alive, just in case. I guessed incorrectly as to who would be targeted here. All of those are extremely productive sides. I'm just going to continue to roll here for a bit, see if the mage can deliver 2 mana to us. And they indeed can. Yes, I see. I've excellently set myself up in a position wherein I get to... Hang on. That defense didn't do anything. Wherein I get to generate mana and then move on to the next turn. It's okay. Mana's going to be pretty important over the course of this. There's an execution. We love to see those. Mage, you can continue to roll. Yeah. Five, and the Bramble is now a single shot away. The rat runs in response. Liqueur and Mana Potion. I really like the idea of taking Liqueur here. Swap the top side with the rightmost side, +2 to maximum stored mana. That gives us the ability to combo with the Citrine Ring something that otherwise would not be targetable. So we can get the Trapper, for instance, to have a 2 vulnerable side, 2 damage vulnerable side. Which I, in fact, think will probably be what we do. All monsters get +1 max HP for each A in their name. I don't love that. Courts and Bandit each get 1 here, but I really don't like taking heavy dice. Especially if I'm going to try and push as many rerolls as possible. Anyone else? I'm going to move the anchor over to alloy rather than mage. Then go into this fight. Okay, I think alloy was the right choice here. Soldier defending alloy. Honestly, soldier is probably required for damage if we have any hope of meeting the courts this round. That's the ability to do 5. Soldier actually needs to do less damage right now. Okay, hang on. I guess I'm just gonna flare and then murder the courts? It's the best thing we can do here. The alloy doesn't take damage. Soldier just takes 1 poison. Hey, look, don't argue with a solution that works. Alright, bandit. Let's take you out before you do any more poison to our party. Hey, that's a statue and a half right there. Now, sure, we don't really have much it can do. It would get the big shield, definitely, and it would probably hold the foil, so it would have the ability to do 4 damage. Sorry, 4, wait, it would probably want the wine, honestly. Start poisoned, the monster with the most HP starts poisoned. But, yeah, it would not be an especially good character on our field. We would be very much waiting for items to possibly make it good, theoretically, maybe, at some point in the future, hopefully. I don't know if you can hear in the way that I proposed that, but I'm not such a fan. Okay, if we want to take on an extra monster here in the Slimer, we could get Stake, add Terminal to all damage sides, ×2 to targets that are on 1 HP, and Tattered Robes, replace the 3 right sides with 1 mana. No, we're not going to be taking those, because no, I don't think those would be helpful for us. Mage, you may hold your 1 damage side, just in case you whiff on everything else. I don't think I'm really going to need the area of effect heal as much as maybe the 2 damage vulnerable. That is to say, I don't think the Citrine Ring should go on the Priestess over the Trapper. Let's go with this fight. I really do want to try and kill some of these chests. These chests, by the way, have riches. Flee at the end of the turn, drop a tier 0 to 2 item. If defeated, I would very much like to kill them. That vulnerability, 3 damage. That's 1 chest dead. I recognize that it's not possible for me to kill the other one as well. Alas. One chest down. Let's try and keep the soldier healthier in the next round. The illusion here is targeting with weaken. The other 2 are petrifying sides, unfortunately. I am very tempted to take out one of the illusions first. I'm going to take out the illusion that's otherwise weakening the priestess, so that I still have access to her mana and heal. So that's 7 damage between the 2 of those. Not really at the right instances to deal with the courts. Although I guess if I do them soldier and then trapper, I can kill the courts on the top side. Mage, that's enough to take out one of the illusions. That's good enough. Just considering using a burst for that last round. One of the courts. Keep the priestess and mage healthier as well. Alright. This could have gone better, could have gone worse. Could have gone significantly worse, considering we haven't lost yet. Lost even a single character. Take the 4 defense from the alloy. Let's destroy that bones. Keep the mage as comfortable, healthy, and importantly alive as we can. 5 more damage in any amount of instances here is enough. That and that. That'll do it. Get him, mage. Random reward, void. Oh, we got the void. There we go. Great. I'm just gonna equip someone with void. Probably does best on the priestess. There we go. Abacus and Lucky are our next options here. Shift your middle row across by 1 and get +1 max HP. That doesn't really enable many things for us right now, but it does have the possibility of enabling some cool stuff with the Citrine Ring. I guess it could also mean the big shield will not overwrite anything. For instance, we could get the big shield after we push the mana across, and then the mage has the possibility of defending people, but the mage really does want to generate that defense. Or, sorry, generate that mana rather than the defense. And then there's Lucky. Change the 2 left sides, +1 to the leftmost, -2 to the middle of the die. I don't have anything that replaces the middle, but that would be a very easy decision if we did. I mean, we could opportunely put it on the Trapper at the right times in order to give them the possibility of taking out 5 HP characters. It can be important against snakes and slates and things like that. I'm mostly leaning towards Abacus, think. Or a random. I could totally go for a random as well. Yeah. Lead Boots cannot be re-rolled, but +1 to all sides. I actually really like Lead Boots. Priestess could make decent usage of it. But I think Alloy is probably the best. Possibility of getting 2 mana gain, possibility of cleave, shield 2, shield 2 double use, shield 2 cleanse, shield 2 engage for shield 4, shield 2 repel for 2 damage against all targets targeting the person. It sounds good to me. Anything else I need to do here first and or yet? I think not. The big shield's probably not even necessary for this fight. Snakes don't really have much on their sides. They do a maximum of 2 damage individual. It's really the poison you've got to worry about. Trapper, you can dodge 2 incoming attacks with that dodge. Seems good for you. Recess, you may gain us mana. Mana on the mage as well. And soldier, do you want to get some damage? Thank you. I mean, yeah, I can set up the top target to die in 2 turns there. But I'm not killing anyone before they attack. So I'm actually just going to hold on to my mana and possibly flare next turn. Especially because another instance of 3 damage from the soldier is quite likely to take out that snake. That vulnerability in that would actually kill a target instantly. Okay. So I need to keep Priestess alive. So 2 damage and then 2 damage with vulnerability. Now kills you. We now keep the Priestess and the Mage alive. And I can do flare to the bottom target. I'm expending my resources in an inefficient way, turn over turn right now, noting that this or next turn is definitely going to be the last turn of combat, so I don't need to have my resources last beyond that point. I've identified the right enemies that we need to do a slow play approach against, and the ones that we do not. Flash, kill one of the snakes, and murder. Yeah, this one got closer than I was hoping, admittedly. It's not a good example of the thing I was trying to say there, but alas, we deal with what's in front of us. Armorer. Hey, speaking of dealing with what's in front of us, the Armorer, with the possibility of getting lead boots, cannot be rerolled +1 to all sides. I am Not going to turn that down. Would anyone else severely be preferred here? No. Armorer would also give us the ability to have another target for the citrine ring later on. It's all good. So glad I've got someone who's just doing big effect like that. I do almost want to give them the big shield here. So they'd have a shield 5, cleave shield, or buff shield, buff shield. It makes them less inconsistent in that I will consistently know they are going to be generating defense in some way. Okay. Quite comfortable with that. Ooh, Armorer, defending for 6 damage this opening round. Thank you muchly. Between the Trapper and the Soldier here, we will be able to take out one target. We should probably take out Githa so that we don't have to deal with vulnerability the next round. Wait, hang on. Yeah, this is still the most efficient way to do it. First, and come at us, Agnes, McGrath. Oh, McGrath, the 2 A's in the name. Bunch of extra HP for you. I really want some sides that are going to be worth smithing. Our current ones leave a little to be desired in that top department. I mean, except in the circumstances where I give full vulnerable to someone and then just immediately delete them from the video game. Those ones really make up for it and then some. Ooh. Incredible. I love a good execution. Agnes does not even get the top flame ability off. Bonesaw. Ooh. Okay. We're being offered red heroes only. Replace the top and bottom sides with 3 damage cruel. That is a lot of damage. And then we are also offered the empty chalice here. If you have 0 mana at the end of the turn, +1 to mana. Or random tier 3 if I mean, empty chalice. If you have 0 mana at the end of the turn, +1. I'm not often on 0 mana right now, but a large amount of that is coming out of the fact that I'm intending to save up for Flare from the mage. So as soon as the mage levels up, I'm probably going to lose whatever the spell I was intending to access was. Bonesaw can also just be very important for a boss fight. Obviously, after the enemy gets below half HP, those are 6 damage apiece. Right now, 3 damage apiece is even great for them. I'm going to take a random tier 3 to 5. Tower shield, replace the middle side with shield 7. AE. All monsters get +1 max HP for each A and E in their name. Sure. It also replaces the previous effect, so they are not stacking atop one another. I don't think I need to shield 7 heavy in this fight. The enemies in this fight instead try to eliminate a lot, which means they're going to be heavy targeting my mage because they have low HP. Ooh, Ghost rolled no eliminate. Wiz did not roll AoE, and the Imp did not attempt to attack them either. Well, actually, they did. The Imp still followed through. Ooh, Trapper and Soldier currently offering the ability to take out the Ghost on the top line before they even get an attack off. Gotta love to see that. Priestess, if you can keep the mage more comfortably alive, I'd be happy to hear about it. There goes the Ghost with no invulnerability to their name. An Imp and a Wiz. Should be exceptionally easy to clear these. Noting that the Wiz in the backline is going to get stunned as soon as they are dealt 2 damage. Priestess, I'll take mana from you this turn, being the only offensive action you're really capable of here. Flare kills the Imp, 3 damage stuns the Wiz, and they actually may run here, yeah. Had more than enough HP to get them to do that. Fiend versus Jester. In terms of mana generation, obviously Fiend is stronger. In terms of the fact that we have like the ability to give large defenses individually to a character, not individual large heals as much. Sadly, Priestess does tend us slightly towards the Fiend. The fact that we have no other access to area of effect damage here also tends us towards the Fiend. Jester does have cantrip on one side. Some reroll, which is nice. Nah, I'm taking Fiend. I think I need some raw damage on the board. Also, another target who's very happy to hold the anchor. I don't think anyone should be holding the foil at this point. No one really wants to just inherit 2 damage on one of their sides, I think. So, no. Cool. Yeah. I think that's the right gear for everyone right now. Let's go. Up against 3 Soodle and 3 Bones. Fiend rolls for maximum mana. The Armorer has decided to armor and buff someone at the same time. I would really like them to do that to Trapper. Actually, I don't know if the Smith... In fact, I suspect Smith will not increase the pips on a kill an enemy with 4 or less HP side, because it's not a damage side, it's an effect side. Let's push both of these rolls here. I mean, let's test it. Yeah. Works as I'd suspected. So we have the ability to get 5 damage in a single strike here from the Soldier. So that's a single Bones immediately going down. And that Bones then will reveal the one next to it in order to also have 4 HP to go down to the Trapper. Now, unfortunately, the Soodle on the bottom side is not the one attacking the Fiend, so I can't just double burst in order to kill them. So instead, I'm just going to roll a single burst, defending the Fiend, and move into the next round. Oh, I could have done all of that and targeted a Soodle if I did the burn first. Now I realize. Okay, nice work, Fiend. Rolling a defensive side here. Let's roll a burn through the enemies. 4. And... wait, hang on. I just look for the most fiendish targets on the board and take them out quickly. Because the next turn is just going to be absolutely straightforward. I'll take even just the first 2 die and take you out with those. Trapper, Soldier, donate those to the Soodle until death. Door. 4+ monsters. +2 to all shields / self shield sides if there are 4 or more monsters. Yes. I'm taking that, I'm putting that on the Armorer. It's not gonna... Wait, hang on. I'm not going to put it on the Armorer in this fight because it's just not even necessary in this fight. But I will put it on the Armorer as soon as we encounter one of the fights in which it will be useful. Hell yeah. I can hardly wait. Just imagine them rolling one of their Smith sides, shielding someone for 4, and enhancing their attack by 4. All at the same time. Trapper, you can dodge 7 damage. Would be silly not to. Stats a little bit of health to one of the characters who might lose some health this round. Certainly counts for the Soldier. Yeah, just dodge on the Trapper and we'll hold. I can roll Burn in order to start working down the Sniper in the back line. I don't really have ranged outside of the ability to execute the Sniper, which I already could do. I don't think I'm going to burn the Sniper for 4 turns. That doesn't really seem like a good way of getting through them at all. Vulnerability on the spiker, then sets up the ability to burst them to death pretty easily. One more mana, and we'll follow up doing the same with the sniper. Stalwart and Forsaken. Heck, this is a little difficult, actually. I don't want to take the Stalwart because I don't want to replace the Armorer. I really still want to have access to lead boots. But heck, Stalwart would be an excellent holder of the door. If they roll their 5 damage exit side, there's often something I can do with it, even if I didn't want to. Versus the Forsaken, 3 mana on one side, the ability to revive 2 topmost defeated allies, heal 2 to all other allies, pain and vitality, as well as heal 2 to all allies. I mean, they have a little bit of a combo with the Citrine Ring in terms of some AoE healing. I'm taking the Armorer's upgrade in the Stalwart here. They will still hold the steel boots, and yeah, I don't think it's right to give them the big shield at this point. Big shield seems more like a level 1 character's kind of item. You can just hold on to that door. Alright, up against the Baron and a couple of ghosts. In fact, we already get the ability to kill one of the ghosts instantly. Love it. We're going to take out the one that's poisoning the soldier. And heck, I can take all of this mana into the next turn. And so I will. Ooh. 3 damage cleave shield. Hell of a thing. Excuse me, would you mind some, thank you, larger incidents of damage so that I can take out that ghost? A single burst, I know. Whoa, hang on. A single burst will take out that ghost, but that's actually the wrong thing to have done, and I've been doing the wrong thing this entire time. And it's because if you get 2 vulnerable on Baron, they take 2 extra damage to all spells and dice this turn. Burst does 4 damage to them. 4 damage to them gives you 2 of their pips of Mana Glut, giving you back 2 mana. So 2 mana, 4 damage, 2 mana, 4 damage, 2 damage. You see what's going on. Alright. Now, how do I most harm this ghost? Get you down to 1 HP, and then I guess you'll flee. Ghost Shield at the start of each turn. Self-Shield 2? Very good. I mean, it'd help direct my upgrade for the soldier a lot. Obviously, the Fiend would hold on to this at the moment. Blood Amulet adds self-heal to the 2 left sides. Also pretty reasonable for the Fiend to hold on to, and would help upgrade my soldier a bit. I'm gonna take the Blood Amulet. The possibility of making pain in the middle side. Currently on my Fiend, and possibly in the future on a Barbarian. Significantly less threatening. Boss Bones. Add a Bones to each boss fight, or upon death, shield 1 to all allies from all monsters. No. Taking Boss Bones. And Blood Amulet can go on the Fiend, so we can cantrip for some health, but we can also prevent ourselves from taking damage to our own heal in the... or our own... mana gain. Alright, this is great. Stalwart is also gonna actually be able to demonstrate the power of the door here. Oh, baby. Shield 5 in cleave. Thank you for the 15 defense with that single action there, bud. This Fiend can take out that Thorn, and I do want them to do so. but I only want them to do so if I can generate mana on the Priestess. The Priestess has 2 sides that generate mana. We have 3 rolls left. So we're like above 50% chance to hit that. I'll push it. One more. Oh boy. Oh wow. Yikes. Well, there goes the Thorn. And I am definitely gonna focus on just taking out some illusions. That was really, really rude. Oh no, both of the alphas are gonna try and summon this turn. Okay. Huh? Life's getting pretty bad pretty quickly now. That's some mana, but mana really doesn't kill anything right now. Like, we can do broad damage. We've got burn. I guess that should probably defend Stalwart first. Yeah, I'd be able to take out the wolf on the top lane. No, I need to get one of these alphas down really, really quickly here. I guess I can only really afford to use my mana to do area of effect things now that we're dealing with so many enemies again. Thankfully, the Stalwart is now defending powerfully. But area of effect things, I'm thinking, you know, like your burns and your flash. Speaking of area of effect things, the Priestess is currently offering to give 1 health to the entire party. Probably necessary. An instant execution would be lovely. Okay. First things first, let's burn. Heal back up. So this alpha, we have 6 damage from our Stalwart. This alpha has 8 health. But we would really like to prevent the summon this round if we can. This alpha has 13. Okay, so I think what we're looking at is 6 damage from the Stalwart against this alpha. Just trying to get as much damage out on the field as possible. I'm also going to defend the Priestess. I'll burst the top alpha 2 times, putting them to a degree that the Trapper can execute them. And we'll move into the next round. So now it's just 1 alpha and 3 wolves. There wasn't even an additional summon that round, and in fact, there won't even be another one this round. Sadly, the Stalwart's not going to be healing us. Priestess, I would like an AoE heal from you, but mana is very important. The possibility of using multiple triggers of flash this round to keep everyone alive is not far from my mind. Okay. Let's have a couple of looks at what we can do. So if we rolled a burn first, then this alpha does die to the strike of 3 damage coming in from the soldier, which means I run flash, flash. Actually, just 1. Take out that alpha. And then I have to decide, am I just comfortable with the Priestess dying? Yup. Oh, exceptionally. Oh my god. This should very much be kind of coasting towards the end here for us. Thank heck as well. Yikes, this soldier is going to die because I'm not going to be able to heal them with flash. Okay then, I think I'll target... Yeah. Soldier's dying to the poison anyway, so I targeted someone who was going to be able to get some traditional damage through. Two there, 1 burn, and a burst to the top line. Excellent. There's the Barbarian I was asking for. There's also a witch, though. Do I have any reason to want to use my spells more or less? especially. So Barbarian obviously has the Bloodlust combo at the moment with the Fiend's ability to set up with Burn in AoE. They have the 8 damage pain side that will also have self-heal, obviously incredible as well. They have the ability to do some certain self-defense techniques. Yeah. Yep. I think I'm taking him. Get in the party, Barbarian. And you may have your healing. Anyone else need any changes here? Gonna have to be a little bit more attentive to the Fiend myself, but other than that, I think not. Lego. Ooh, 2 instances of 3 damage, love it. Barbarian, that is the ability to do a ridiculous amount of damage to the enemies, if you would like. Fiend, I would love you to be able to dodge in this instance, but that is not possible for you. Just keep pushing a little. Ooh, execute the sniper in the backline. Love to see it. Fiend. Wow. Thankfully, I did lock in mana generation on the priestess in case the Fiend disappointed me as severely as they just did. I still have access to burn. Yay. Let's burn through the enemies. So I'm not going to execute the backline until the Barbarian has used their attack. And keep the Fiend around with the health from the Stalwart. Yeah, what, 1 damage dealt to me by the enemies that round? Sure, I dealt a bunch of damage to myself. But that doesn't seem necessarily relevant here. I mean, these are okay sides. Are they good, though? I think they're enough for this turn. Ooh, thank you for the extra health on the Fiend. A little bit more defense to the Barbarian. They attack directly. 4 mana. Nope. Just short. Enemy has 7 HP. Honestly, it really doesn't matter. We definitely have enough resources here to kill him, right? One of you should defend the Fiend so that we can generate extra mana. And absolutely, there goes the Spiker. Boots of Speed, +1 reroll, but you replace the left side with dodge all enemy attacks and effects. Yes, absolutely. I have characters who would love to hold this, but also it can replace a death side that I never really intend to use. It can help defend a character who otherwise doesn't really have the ability to defend themselves effectively. And +1 reroll is ridiculous. Like, patently absurd. Like, very, very powerful. Do I want to give poison to one of the enemies here? Need to give it to the bandit on the top side. I'm looking to overkill a target in a knoll to get the bandit to run away. Never mind, we're fine. Well, the bandit on the top side or the bottom side, there's 2. Wow. Barbarian, can you roll larger damage than that, please? Literally just by 1 so that I can kill a knoll with... Well, actually by 2 so I can kill a knoll with overkill so the bandit run away. Barbarian, I really don't want you to dodge this round. So if I did AoE damage, then I would be short, I think. Yeah, I would still be short, because it would do 1 damage to the bandit, the core, and the other bandit, which would give me 3 damage on... 3 damage extra through Bloodlust. 5 damage on the Barbarian, and then they would strike the knoll. 1 damage would be negated by armor, 3 damage to the knoll, 1 damage overkill, not enough to get the bandit to run. You're kidding me, right? Thank you. Vulnerability at any time would have helped. Obviously, mana would have really helped. Sets targets up. But now the Barbarian can just do the overkill by themselves. So, yay! Get that knoll. Now, I want to set up vulnerability and lower the health of that knoll, making it much easier next round to kill them, getting the bandit to run away. Kill them with the overkill, that is, obviously. Yeah, that'll be really helpful in taking down the core down afterwards. That's enough, Barbarian. You literally do not need more than that. And 2 bursts takes down the core. Doublist and Wraith. Man. I mean, I know Stalwart and Barbarian are each a far cry from the Soldier and Warden, the Soldier being one that I did take, the Warden being one that I didn't take, in terms of their interesting sides. Can I now reintroduce a character who has kind of boring sides in the Dabblist? There's also the opportunity here to take a Wraith with 4 damage self-heal, 2 mana on 2 different sides, the ability to add self-heal and self-shield to a target side this turn. Very impactful on the Barbarian. They cantrip their own ability to dodge all incoming effects and attacks. You know what? I think I really, really underrate how powerful it is to possibly just start a round with, 2 enemies targeting someone who is already dodging. I'm gonna take the Wraith. I so seldom do. I want to give him a go. Leech, kill an ally, heal 5 to all allies, cooldown. Let's try you. Oh, right, Void! Finally, we got a new target to put that on. Let's put that on Fiend. I think, actually, that might be the right target to hold that. Wine on the Wraith, who has the ability to self-heal. Seems reasonable to me. All right. Time to fight Basalt. Noting that I already have 1 mana in the bank, the Barbarian is actually being heavy targeted here by the Basalt for 9 damage and inflict death to all target sides return. I'm just gonna straight up dodge that. Knowing I already have 1 mana, I can get the bones down to 4 HP, so the Trapper can execute that. Stalwart, you already have the ability to ridiculously defend anyone who requires it. Oh, hell yeah. I would like more damage potential, please. Mana's good, but the Wraith is also getting weakened this round, so if the Wraith can dodge, that'd be good. Ooh, or kill the Courts on the bottom line. Either of those were options. This one now becoming the vastly more realistic one. Then we'll roll the burn, murder the bones on the top side, Barbarian dodges, Stalwart self-defends. I mean, Stalwart, we could do that slightly different. Let's do this slightly different in order. Stalwart, defend there, and then the Fiend. Literally saving 1 more HP, but I don't want that to be the HP that happens to tip the tide. Ooh, that's a lot of damage, Barbarian, you're intending to do there. Also, the Courts is immediately invalidated here, targeting the Wraith who dodges on the first. Stalwart's probably just going to murder the Courts, so Trapper, at this point, you really do just want to be rolling for instances of damage. I'll take that armor, actually. Murder the Courts on the top line. Defend the Fiend, and then get their mana. I mean, I can do the big attack against the Basalt before or after chip damage. Doesn't matter either way. I'm gonna hold on to the rest of the mana here. How do I do an instance of 3 damage to this enemy? Man, they really want that Fiend dead. Also, I can't roll damage on anyone else. There's 3 damage. Cool. Guess that'll do. Okay, instance of 3 damage from the Basalt, and then I'm going to leech the Fiend, kill an ally, and restore 5 health to all allies. I mean, hey, I was about to lose it anyway. Why not lose it in my own time? And get 5 health to all of my other allies who might need it. That's 4 damage from the Barbarian there, very important. I can follow up with 5 damage if the Wraith rolls their damage and self-heal side. Self-heal and shield on the Barbarian doesn't actually help much right now. I mean, yeah, I can put it on them, but it's only just gonna... It does the same as if it was self-shield or self-heal, unfortunately. Guess I'll just try and deal as much damage through that vulnerability. Wow, you actually just ran away on 3 HP? Neat. Fairy Dust. Turn all X's into 3 mana. Clay. Copy the other equipped items on this hero. I think I go with Clay here. So Clay would give us the ability to get 2 rerolls out of the Boots of Speed. That's pretty good. Really, I think what I want it for is double lead boots on a target, but then hang on, who's going to be holding the door? I guess I could do double door. Oh, kind of lost the effect I was looking for. Yeah, especially considering the Barbarian... Like, I'm not going to benefit from doubling up on Blood Amulet, so the Barbarian would want to hold the Blood Amulet, and then someone else would hold the Boots of Speed, and then they would also need the Clay on top. And what? Are they going to be in my Fiend slot, removing my cantrip? Are they going to remove the most powerful attack from my Wraith? I think not. Fairy Dust. I'm heavily reticent to take Fairy Dust here, just because the Wraith spell is not... It's not one I'm going to want to activate consistently, right? It's cheap, and it only can be used once per turn, and also it can be used a maximum of 5 times. You know, assuming you're not actually reviving them in between killing allies. Clay gives us the extra reroll, or Clay just gives us another +1 to all sides from Lead Boots. Maybe it's too late for Lead Boots to be good. I'm taking Clay. Worse items, -1 item quality. I really don't want that. But it's a tier 1 curse. There's also slow spells, maximum of 3 spells cast per turn. Oh. You know what? I think sometimes I do over-rely on just being able to generate a really large amount of mana and then blow enemies up. 3 spells per turn? Let's do it. Let's force ourselves to play differently. Now, as for what we're going to Clay, I do really think it should be the Boots of Speed. An additional reroll isn't, like, big and impressive, but it is extremely impactful. Disproportionately impactful. Now, I can just try and support the Barbarian via other means and give them more reroll. I think I will do that in this fight. Yikes. Everyone's dying this turn, it turns out. Wait a second. Actually, no, I think we are fine. Wraith, could you roll a damage side, please? I'll settle for... Never mind. I was going to settle for mana in literally the next roll, but that roll is the roll I do not settle for that just yet. On. Okay. Fiend. Let's have you burn, setting up the Barbarian's ability to instantly murder a zombie. The Wraith can then murder the next zombie. Trapper and a Burst take out 1 sniper. We're left with only a sniper and a whiz. I think I could have been more efficient there, but I don't think I need to be now that we just have a whiz that's about to die and a sniper that's about to die. Each in, you know, what? 3 actions total? Fencer. We're offered Fencer and Artificer here. Artificer with the capability of generating a bunch of single-use sides. Also gives us the spell Blades. For 4 mana, we can deal 2 damage to all enemies. Artificer is less consistent in generating mana, both in a single turn as well as over time. But their spell is significantly better. And then there's Fencer, a little bit more access to AoE as well. I like the idea of having Fencer with the 1 damage to all enemies as well as the 2 damage double use as other ways to try and set up for our Barbarian, because we are going to lose the Fiend eventually. Let's do that. I can also use this as an opportunity to put Liqueur and Citrine Ring on the Fencer, giving 3 damage double use sides. Oh, hang on, no one's holding Void at the moment. Let's put that on the Wraith. Lest I be inefficient. Suboptimal. Far be it from me. Anyhow, let's go back to the justifications I make each round for why I do not need to play why I do not need to play optimally anymore. Okay, we've been inflicted with single use on all of our sides already? What happened? Jinx. The second dice you use each turn becomes single use. Okay, so it's only the second dice. Zombie, honestly, just kill with 4 and then I'll lose that. That's fine. I'm probably going to lose a cantrip as I continue to roll here. That's right. Yeah, I'll try not to. But, you know. Thank you, Wraith. Fencer, I'm really looking for your pristine side over everything else. I'll deal with that side. That'll be okay. Okay, Barbarian, I'm fine with you losing this 4 damage side as well. I don't want to roll it next round, because we're not going to have any zombies to deal with then. This Jinx on the top side has 8 health, so I can take them out with a simple burn. It's just you and me, troll. Well, you, me, the Fencer, the Barbarian, the Stalwart, the Wraith, and the Fiend. Surrender now or prepare to fight. That's right. Any more? Oh, yeah, Barbarian, I don't know if that really counts as damage from you. It's like giving $50 to charity is like, cool for like most normal people. But if a billionaire is like, I gave $50 to charity this year, it's like, okay, cool. Check under another couch cushion, you moron. What is this is proportional. You don't get the same for 0.0001% of one couch's change. We need them to know they need to keep up their performance. Chaos Wand or the Iron Crown? The Iron Crown would certainly reward the performance of the Stalwart, but it gives them a lot of support for a side that doesn't really need it in a Shield 6 Cleanse side. We could also get the Chaos Wand, replace the middle side with 1 damage, single use, cleave, engage, self-heal, weaken, vulnerable. It's fine, I just don't love it, TBH, personally. I want to go with a random tier 9. I want to see if there's something else that I could possibly duplicate that would be more impactful. Helm of Power! Double the pips of the left side! Yeah, I think that would be kind of impactful. Oh, wait a second. Double the pips of the left side on the Fiend, and then dupe that. Okay, so now we have a 4-mana cantrip on the Fiend. Is that good enough? I mean, like, I know I have a lot of rerolls, but... This falls into exactly the problem that slow spell is falling into. Right? Yeah. I'm only going to be able to cast 3 spells around. What? If I roll the cantrip and then use the cantrip, I'm going to have 8 mana immediately. That's 3 bursts. I don't have other spells really that use that mana. I mean, I guess I'm happy to have the Helm of Power, but who holds it? I do want to put it with the clay if possible, but is it possible? What if Wraith just holds it? 8 damage self-heal Wraith, that's what you do. I could see it. Unfortunately, then no one gets to hold the void. You know what, Wraith? You need the void. Everything seems good here. Let's go into our Demon Spiker and Fanatics fight. Ooh. Interesting, interesting. Stalwart does get a 5 in AoE shield here. Unfortunately, they are being very heavily targeted by both the Spiker and Fanatic for large damage. Not sure if they will be able to survive the turn. If the Wraith gave them the ability to self-shield and self-heal while they put down that 5? Maybe. We have 4 more rerolls this round. I think we can be a little more aggressive. Excellent. In fact, between the 2 of those targets, each dealing 8 damage here, we can take out one of the Fanatics before it attacks. And so we shall. Let's take out the one that would otherwise be killing the Stalwart. Also, we will defend the Barbarian before they do so. And then I kind of want to work on the Demon next, ideally. If they get too trigger happy about the idea of trying to summon someone to the field, I want to immediately beat them back. I'm also then going to use the Burn to remove the Hellfire trigger from the Demon. Rather than having someone take 6 damage for hitting them next, let's just have the Burn do it. Barbarian's already offering the ability to kill the Demon by themselves. Though so is the Fencer. I'll accept the Fencer's offer. Barbarian, you're better than that. You can do more. You can be more. Never mind, you're just rolling the same 4 consistently. There we go. I'll settle for the 5 now. Take out that 5 against the Fanatic on the top line. 2 instances against this Demon. And burst. Burn. It's just you and me, Spiker. Ooh, gigantic hit. The Barbarian there with the self-heal and self-shield side. Specifically, the gigantic hit for the Barbarian is what the Wraith managed to summon. Alright. There goes the Spiker. And now it is just Weaver and Chrono. Oh. Well, you know what I'm being offered is the ability to get, like, infinite mana, right? But it's up against Hexia. So Weaver having the ability to give bonus equal to your current mana times 2 times 2. So just quadruplicate my mana at any point. I mean, getting 8 out of the Wraith and then trying to hold as much to the next round and then trying to do it again, it's possible. Honestly, against Hexia, though, Kronos being able to give someone else the ability to attack again, just like Barbarian attacking 2 times with a giant hit, that's pretty huge. The ability to weaken in cleave is gigantic. Dodge all enemies' effects and attacks. Might actually be able to also set up the ability to dodge yeah, because that will dodge mana burn after that point, I believe, as well. Okay. So I think Wraith holds this. So we give Wraith the Helm of Power as well as Clay. So they are doing 16 damage self-heal on their leftmost side. Because the Wraith is incentivized as much as possible to continue rolling until they cantrip. Or if they hit this side, they can just hit Hexia directly for 16 damage without having to worry about the dying as a result of having done so. Absolute pain in the butt, that dying because you killed them. Barbarian, you may have self-heal on your most damaging side here. A little bit of the anchor offset. Stalwart, that seems appropriate still for you to hold. Wine in order to poison this boss. I don't cleanse my own targets especially well. 1 poison against this boss is not really going to be dramatically impactful. We can't sustain a long fight. We need to go straight to the wall. I would love Kronos to dodge here. Okay. Barbarian, it is... Oh, actually slightly harder to set up for your Bloodlust, but the Fencer may still have you there. Continue rolling at everyone else. Fencer sets up your Bloodlusts. Wraith and Kronos continue exclusively rolling the same signs they've seen before. Giving someone the ability to repeat an action. Is that good enough here? Let's try what we can get done with just this, and then we can undo and re-roll anything that we need. So Barbarian is already set up to be able to do 7 damage Bloodlust. That can help us start taking out some of these imps more quickly. One of these imps is attempting to summon a bones. I would really prefer it not do that. Stalwart, you can protect and prevent both Wraith and Kronos from, well, number 1, dying this round, but number 2, also taking the inflict pain condition. I don't know if I like this turn. We get the ability to redo an action in order to try and keep Kronos just slightly healthier? No. Heck, Barbarian doesn't even really want the Bloodlust side, but it'll help us take out the bones early without taking damage back on the Barbarian for doing so. Okay, no, it's Barbarian Offensive, you lock. Wraith Kronos, you need to continue rolling. Okay. Wraith is giving health and self-shield to a target this turn useful for you at all? No, I think not. I should have undone that action. Whoops. Actually, never mind. Is this fine now? Let's try something. Wraith, I do want to keep you around. Big damage, big damage. So I can get a lot of damage against Hexia this round if I really want to. I lose Kronos for having done so. Hexia remains on 17 HP. The Wraith would only need to hit their 16. Honestly, it's pretty difficult to get damage against Hexia. If I can take them out this quickly and then possibly have the Wraith on the bottom side dodging all attacks and effects themselves, I think this is the right way to go. Okay, Barbarian, I would really prefer you do something slightly healthier this round if you can. I mean, you are being heavily targeted. Let's see what we can do without your help. So, Hexie is gone. I can't do any... I can't really do much without the Barbarian's help here, unfortunately. 2 instances of 3 damage is pretty good for the Fencer to be dealing here. This is even better. This is even better. The Barbarian now has the ability to kill without dying the bones that's next to the Hexia, setting the Hexia down to 16 HP. So the Barbarian kills this bones. Wraith kills the Hexia outright. So now the Fencer has the ability to kill 2 targets on the field. In killing... What is the imp on the bottom line taking damage? It's the bones on the top line. That's how it's dying. Okay, yeah. If I take out 2 of the imps that are targeting the Barbarian, I keep my Wraith, I keep my Barbarian, I keep my Fencer, I keep my Stalwart, and sure, we mourn Kronos. Let's defend the heck out of this Fencer. Right, way too much. Hang on. Right. Wrong target, wrong bones. We defend a little bit out of the Fencer so that they can attack a single imp themselves. Taking us to our next loop, level 21. You know, before choosing my upgrade, let's actually choose the end, because then we have a little bit of information for the next run. The upgrades we get to choose between here are Cataclysm. At the end of the 7th turn, kill all enemies, so a get out of hell free card. Youth, tier 1 heroes get 3 max HP, tier 2 heroes get +1 to max HP, or a random tier 4 blessing. That is going to be chosen at the start of the next episode, but until then, my name is Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Slice and Dice. Series playlist is up in the top left, YouTube recommendation down below, streaming pass on the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays that are above the thank you, and a special thanks this episode to Abatoth. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.